You. Yeah. It's about drive.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we're going to be starting a new walkthrough on Ostriv. And I don't think I completed the last one, but hopefully with your guys' support we'll get through this one finally. So recently, I think it was a couple days ago, Ostriv got a update. It's Alpha 5 now. They've added a new map with iron ore, along with a bunch of buildings and stuff. But instead of telling you what the update was, I'm sure if you are a follower of Ostriv, you'll know the update. We're just going to go straight into map 2 with the pines as the trees. So we're going to go ahead and pause straight away, just because it gives us some time to locate where we want to place on the map. So on the side, we want to know. So it looks like a river goes through the entire map, basically, splitting it into two sides. Now, in terms of trade, wait, where's the boundary? Ah, there it is, okay. So, in terms of trade, we want to know which side the traders are going to come from without building a bridge. So, we'll come along here, along the boundary to find... Okay, so that's where the boats come from, because I don't think people can come through on the boats. So we just come along here, and we'll find that over here, by this green square, is where traders or immigrants come through. So it also appears that would be the new iron ore. So this is an infinite source of iron ore all along here. I believe you can place like a mine to get through into there. So we'll want to keep our houses away from here for pollution, because apparently now your citizens can get sick. So let's have a look to where we want to place. So we've got fertile ground there for reeds. Got forest over here, iron over here. See, this isn't really flat land though. Oh, I guess we could have like a terrace farm. But then where we're going to place the houses, so we'll have that there. We could place houses over here, maybe. Or... See, there's more production over here for limestone. I'm thinking if we place our camp center up on this hill, farm or something over here, forestry over here, houses over here, and that should work. So we'll go ahead and place our town camp over here. So we're going to go to the builder's hut. We're going to hire everybody else who's remaining, just because we can get them working on that faster. Ooh. Excuse me. And then we're going to plop down a forestry, if I remember how to rotate. Ah, cool. So we'll place a forestry down over here, like that. And we could go ahead and get a farm straight away, so that we can get people with food next winter, by the next year. Or we could go. So they also have row houses. I forgot to mention that they have row houses here, but it looks like it's a lot more expensive than just the normal village house with a garden. So I'm thinking instead of that, we might just do a row house. Not a row house, sorry. Instead of doing the row houses for the time being, we'll just do a normal farm house. But we will do the farm. Got distracted there. Oh my god. 1 second. Okay, so, right. We are going to, so I've had to think about it quickly whilst I was gone. We are not going to place housing over here. Housing will probably go over here. Or, no, sorry. Housing will go over here. We'll place our farm, like, over here. So, we'll place our farm over here roughly, and then we'll place like the fields over here or something. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Cool, so we'll go ahead and place the farm. And then in terms of housing, we're still going to do with a garden, just for those, so we can that they can still be more self-sufficient. So we are going to need a. Wait, that farm didn't take bricks, does it? No, it just takes clay. Cool. So we'll take a clay pit. We'll put our clay pit here, I'm thinking. Yeah, place a clay pit there. Move that there. And then we'll start placing some houses. So if they're over there, we'll start placing some houses over here. So we'll get a house over there, a house over here, a house over here, and then I think we'll have a house. So we need 9 houses in total. So I think we'll go back to back like this. See, but then that creates. Okay, yeah, no, this is fine. It'll be fine. So it's not going to look the prettiest if we just swap that over more like that. Okay, but there's uneven terrain as well, so we can't actually do anything here unless we do it like weird, wobbly like that, or we do it like that. It's cool, so we'll do it like that. Then we will look around here. Okay, so that's too uneven for any more houses. So we have 5 houses being built at the moment. Sorry, I saw the farm and thought it was a house. 4 houses being built, so we need 5 more. So we have our farm going over here. So I think we'll do over here 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do like 2 little houses just off the side, like off over here. Do a house over here. And a house. Oh wait, that's the wrong house. And a house over here, just to create like a little. We'll have like a market and water over here. We'll put some water in. A stone well. No, we'll just have a basic drinking well for now. We'll place that over. If we rotate it, cool. So we'll place that well over here, just because it's convenient. And then I'm thinking if we take. So we'll actually just let people go ahead and start building. I guess we could listen to this and start decorating, I guess. So if we quickly pause again and go under decoration, we'll grab some benches and instead, so we'll get rid of the logs. We'll demolish this, and then we will decoration. We'll take some benches. We'll wait for that to be demolished. Cool. And then we'll take some benches to put around the campfire. Just a nice little touch to our village so far. Cool, there we go. And now that people can go back and rest while sitting by the campfire still. There you go. Got everybody resting. So we have 24 people. We have 1 man and 9 women looking for a job. Oh, we are going to need. So this is the iron ore mine, it would appear. So we can place it along anything along these iron ore deposits. But what we are going to need first is a. Where is it? Not a smeltery. A. Where is it? Is it over here? A thatchery. That is what we're looking for. So we'll place a thatchery over here, so that they can go and harvest these weeds over here. And then we'll hit play again. Currently the year is 1721. We are building our forestry. So after the forestry is built, we are going to need to take 1 person off of building, just to allow 2 people to work on the forestry. Cool. Don't want to make these videos too long, so I'll just cut to once everything's built, or I'll just jump back into once when if something interesting were to happen, or maybe I'll just do a time lapse of them building this. No, I'll just cut. So I'll see you guys once everything is built. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so a lot has happened. It's taken quite a while to get to where we are now. However, because we detoured and built the farm, we did not manage to get all the houses built. Which means, unfortunately, if we go to the message log, up here, down here, yes, yeah. 3 families have now moved out. Which is okay, it hasn't caused too much devastation. We've lost a couple builders, we're down to 3 builders, which isn't great. We are hiring another worker. The farm is still doing fine. The thatchery needs a worker. The market stall is fine. So I built 2 market stalls. This one's not in use yet, but we are using this one. As you can see, we have things queued, more things queued as well. We need a carpentry because our carts are wearing out. We're building a small granary because if we look under the potatoes, they do wear out. They go fraught, I guess, and that we want to avoid. So I think a granary stops that happening. I think anyways. So we also went under the forestry and we marked some trees to be removed and added some protected trees, or I can't, okay, yeah, there we go. So these trees are protected. These trees are being marked to cut down. We'll actually mark some more, just because it, you know, it makes it easier to see what trees will be cut down, or whatever. We also added a little, like little tree planting place, I guess, just because it's a nice little touch. Not because it's going to add much decorational value, but we can say now that our village is sustainable and we plant all the trees we cut down. Although it's not important, it just looks cool. So we were also building a windmill. The 2 remaining houses, which will hopefully, once spring comes, we do have food and housing available, so hopefully people will move in. So then we can build that back up, and then in fact we are actually going to start building, we'll build just some normal houses now. We'll build them, since we're just building normal houses since we have food production good. Actually, behold that thought, we are going to build them with gardens, just because I want to get milk before we start doing that, so that way they can at least have bread and potatoes, you know, the standard stuff. So, where else are we going to add some houses? We'll add, I guess we could add some more houses. See, I want row houses over here, so we won't do houses over there. We'll do another little suburb over here, where we will take, so there's the market, there's that. So we'll do a little house next to this house. We won't do too many houses, we're just doing a bit of, just a couple more houses to make it easier for when people move in. Although, should we maybe not focus on getting an orchard, maybe? Let's see. We could also get a fishing dock. See, but we do need more we need houses to get the people in first. So we'll get a sand pit just for, you know, getting sand, which we'll place over here, since it's nice and close. Okay, that's a bit close to the row houses, so we'll actually, the row houses will go around here. So we'll place it over here, unless, oh, actually, maybe we will place it over here. Yes, we'll place it over here. Okay, fantastic. We also want to then get a charcoal pile. Or do we need one yet? Let's see, what do we have in here? Not here, here. Okay, we do have normal iron and we are running out of nails. So yeah, what we will do is we'll take our charcoal pile and we'll put the charcoal pile over here, I guess. So we'll just do 1 charcoal pile, to be fair. So we'll place a charcoal pile over there, we'll activate it, and then we will put in a smithy. Put the smithy in, what's this, that's a sand pit. We'll put the smithy in over here. I think we'll just put the smithy in over here, just, you know, spread things out a little bit. So now that we've got those things queued up, we can then also look at trade. So we could get a trading post, a trading dock, but I'm thinking it might be better. I'm not sure actually. Let's see. Okay, we'll just let everything build for now. So we'll go ahead and unpause the game. So they're continuing to build. Do we have any children in terms? So we do have children over here, but they're past primary school. They could probably go to primary school. But I think it should be fine. So that's not a problem. The farm, the potatoes are going out of stock, out of date, but it's fine. We are going to be building our small granary. We're going to focus on getting houses first, so that come springtime we have more people. In terms of money, we are in a negative flow, quite a bad negative flow. Unfortunately, we can't control these just yet. Yeah, can't do these just yet until we get our the what you would call it? The town hall. Yes, town hall. So population, we have lost. Apparently, it says no housing is available. Did we have a family move in? Hang on. A new family is settling. Okay, cool. So we've got another family settling into this house. Ah, this was the one with them. Cool. So they have arrived. They brought food with them. Fantastic. So that should mean jobs are getting filled again. There are still vacancies. We have 1 man, 1 woman vacancy. Ugh. So that's fine. We'll wait for the rest of the houses to be built to get more people in. So if we go back ahead and look at our graphs, resources sold. Okay, so we have sold firewood. We have quite a bit stored. We have a lot of produced. Sorry about that. Buckwheat, cool. Clay is obviously infinite, so drinking water, stored, produced, spent. Okay, so that second well that we have will come in handy. So yeah, that should be good for now. And I'll cut back to when a bit more has happened. Cool. Okay, ladies and gents, so we have now, so we got the carpenter built, but there's not enough metal parts, so I've moved up the smithy to be after the village house. It's now spring, so our farms are going back in action. We are growing some potatoes, and here is just fallow for now. We will eventually get that done, but we first want that done and that done because I'll be quick, and then that and then that. So our smithy, which is over here, will be built very shortly once this house is being built. Let's see if anybody's planting their own food and veg, because that's the whole point of these. I don't see anyone doing that, except like over here. Very briefly though, but maybe just because they're at work. Maybe we'll see it start happening shortly. We hope, otherwise they might move out because then they don't have enough food, which is a bit of a problem, but that we'll deal with when it becomes a problem. For the time being, so I think we are going to go under government, and we're going to get a town hall placed, like, right now. Well, we'll get it queued to be built to have control over the economy. We'll pause it for now, though, and go down to a warehouse. Yeah, we'll get a warehouse, so if that's there, then we're going to have that there. So we'll place a warehouse. Place a warehouse over here, I think. But we'll pause that for the time being as well. Production will get hay. What's hay used for again? It's for chicken coops and stuff. We might as well start getting some hay being dried for now. We'll start drying some hay out over here. So we'll get 1, 2, 3. We're running out of nails. Yeah, we're building the smithy. How many nails does the smithy take? It takes, well, it says it's getting 112. I think that's all it needs. So production, we're then going to go under storage and get a big hay barrack, which we'll put over by the granary, over here. Well, it's uneven terrain, so we're just going to quickly find a spot there. Cool, so we'll place that there. We won't pause that. For some reason my door has opened. There you go. So next up we will want to get, let's see, so we got, so the smeltery, which we will need. We will place that. So this says uneven terrain, so we'll place that there because that's where we can place it. Cool, so now that we got that done, we'll place the no, we won't place the primary school yet, but we do need a barber service. So that for that we'll need over here maybe brickworks. Produces bricks from clay, sand, water and charcoal. So we'll take our brickworks and we will place that. So this is going to be where housing is. So we'll place it over here. You know, we'll have the town over here and then industry over here. So we'll place that later in the game. Actually, we'll put health. Let's have a look, see at health. Health is okay, but this guy's newly moved in, I'm pretty sure. Health actually looks pretty good. So we'll leave it be for now, actually, and we'll just get the smithy to be built. So getting the smithy built, then getting the well built. We can get some more people in once we get jobs, so we'll just wait for the smithy so that jobs become available, and then we can repair our carts, which will be fantastic. However, I do also think we are going to do a cart parking. We'll park our carts over here. Oh, fantastic. Because then they'll just come around through here and then all will be swell. We'll move that up to here just for now. So we will add another field. Probably should have done this sooner, but sooner rather than later. However, it should be fine if we do something, just a nice little small weirdly shaped field, just to tide people over, in which we will put we'll do wheat, then we'll do buckwheat, then potatoes, then fallow. So buckwheat, potatoes, fallow. Cool. And then we'll activate this. It is a bit late in the year for it, but it'll be fine. Just to start building up those wheat reserves. It's not a big farm, so it won't be massively. It won't contribute massively, but it'll be fine for now. Ah, there we go. See, this is what we're looking for. So they have now started planting their own crops, which is fantastic. Which means we can also now stop. Now that we have, once we get the trade, actually. So we will want a trading post, which will plop. But that's where we want houses. Trading post, we will place. We'll place a trading post over here. Again, too close actually. So maybe we will place it over here. We'll pause it for now though. Just let things go along for now. Building is a bit slow at the moment, considering all our carts are broken. So we'll let that do its thing. So yeah. I do think my mic was making a bit of a weird noise, so I do apologise for that. It should be fixed now. I'll listen back to the recording afterwards. But I do apologise for that. For the next episode, it should be fine. If you're still here, then well done, I guess. Because not a lot of people make it this far into the video, I've noticed, which is completely fine. Not a problem. We'll increase the game volume as well a bit, just a little bit, so you can hear the game volume just a bit. So yeah, cool. So that's going along nicely. They are now starting to build the smithy. And then I think after the smithy, okay, so we've got a new family settling in. I don't know what job became available, but nice. We'll get one smithy in. And then the smithy, horseshoe, we don't need that. We do need metal parts though. Not enough iron. They'll get the iron very shortly. Cool, they've planted their own stuff now as well. These are now growing quite nicely. Which would then need the windmill to be built, but we'll build the well, small then windmill, and then I think we'll leave it there for this episode. If you guys want to see another episode of Ostriv and see the rest of the town, please hit the like button and let me know down in the comments below. Just so you know, I want to, as a content creator, well, if you can call me that, I want to produce content that you guys want to see. So I'm not gonna play games that nobody wants to see, and then you know, you guys aren't enjoying it, and I'm not getting the views, the very, very important views. So, if you guys do want to see more Ostriv, please do leave a like. I do believe, if it's recorded by the time I'm recording this, well, by the time this releases, then there should be a Terraria playthrough, which, if it's recorded by the time this gets posted, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to go ahead and check that out if you want to. It is a multiplayer Terraria playthrough. I think I'm actually going to be recording a video for that after this, if I'm correct. But yeah, so if we look at, there's 2 women looking for jobs, so we could increase the farm, or what else could we do? We could leave it for now, actually. So how do I repair the parts? Okay, so we need to wait for him to produce metal parts. Which he is producing. We have 2 metal parts at the moment. Fantastic. Once we get this up and running though, we'll get more carts, which will speed production up quite nicely. So now they are building the granary, which is fantastic. We got the second well built, so that's good. We will actually add a platform over here, just so when, for production instead of drinking water. That way we can keep our drinking water. Because as we can see, we spend almost as much as we produce, which isn't fantastic in case we get like a huge population boom and we don't have anything stored. We always want to store this, the food. Our potatoes are going off very slowly. They don't have enough food variety. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Actually, once the windmill's built, all will be fine. We just need to wait for the wheat to be harvested, and then we should be fine. Yeah, there you go. They got their potatoes and now they're happy. Oh no, never mind, no they're not. I wonder why. So if we quickly... how do I... Oh, okay, I need to wait for this to be built. And then we will buy... We'll buy some... What do people have spare of? We will buy some... Okay, those are nearly going off though. We'll buy some peas maybe, because yeah, we'll buy some peas. So we'll put this here and go peas, in which we will then buy from the population just for a little bit to tide these guys over. which means we should also probably want to get an orchard for fruit production, which we will place over here since this is like our little foodie area. We do want this forest to be cleared, but we'll have like another farm field in here, a nice small one. So we will place this. We'll place it over here. So the granary is now complete. So we will store potatoes. Well, we'll store peas. Store potatoes. Store buckwheat. Store normal wheat and flour. We'll get fish in there as well eventually, and that will be enough for now. So we'll just buy 50, which we'll buy from locals. Yeah, 50 will be fine. Potatoes, I don't know. Okay, so it has a 10,000 storage capacity, so that's 50. We'll do 1,000 potatoes. We'll do 2,000 buckwheat. Wheat will do 2,000 as well. Flour will do 2,000 as well. So that's 6,000, 7,000. And then fish will do like 400 fish. So we'll get some workers working in there. Hiring options. Labourers, no, and then drop the wage to 60. Drop the wage to 30, just to save money on the initial start until we can start taxing our population some more, and then all will be fine. Because if we look at it at the moment, they have 103 wealth, 78 wealth, 72. They all have loads of wealth, which isn't fantastic. Not because it's bad to have wealth or anything. It is just it doesn't allow for the most capacity when it comes to trade, because early game trade you're making quite a low profit margin, if you're making profit at all. So we can see now that this is being built. Our carts are better. We have a single cart that is fixed, which is fantastic, because one cart is still going to increase production a hell of a lot. So once we get this windmill built, because we have no housing available, okay. Yeah, we'll deal with that next episode. But, yeah, so I do hope you guys have enjoyed the Ostriv playthrough so far. We've got a nice little town. If you want to name the town, I'll pick the top comment, or my favourite comment for town name, if you guys want to go ahead and name our little town over here. And then, yeah, so it's pretty much built. It's nothing going to be that interesting. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Ostriv, and I do hope you have enjoyed. And I do apologise, I don't know which bit of the video is going to come up first, the Terraria or this, but I do apologise for not posting lately. But I should be getting back into that for you guys. So thank you, and I hope you watch some other stuff.